everyone! I am Mecha Random 42. You might also know me as Random Game User 42, and today we are talking a little bit about this Kathleen Kennedy article that's been floating around the internet. It came out yesterday, but there's so many things that came out yesterday and happened. I haven't had time to go over it, but I do want to go over the article and a couple of theories I have about why this stuff is happening. So let's just get right over to it and pull up the Screen Rant article right here. And it says... It is by Chris Agar, and it says, Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy to receive an honorary Oscar this year. Yeah, honorary, because, honorary Oscar. Oh, Lord. Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy will receive the Irving G. Thalberg Award from the Academy's Board of Governors during a ceremony this year. Who are the Board of Governors, I wonder? Are they like... Are they a bunch of like these rich old suits that vote on movies that they've never seen? Are they these are basically like Hollywood Illuminati or something? I hate throwing away around that term like that, but that's kind of who I envision when I think about, you know, people who even vote for Oscars anymore. Being in charge of one of Hollywood's most prominent franchises has made more people aware of Kennedy, but cinephiles know she's been an industry staple for decades. Yeah, I know, her name's attached to everything. Her first producing credit came in 1982 on Steven Spielberg's E.T. the Extraterrestrial, and Kennedy has put together quite the career ever since. To date, she's been nominated for Best Picture 8 times, most recently for Spielberg's Lincoln. See, here's the thing though, how much does she actually do when she's actually producing these movies? Because as far as I know, producer can be pretty much anybody from somebody who writes a check to somebody who gets coffee, you know? So what does she actually do, especially in a room with somebody like Steven Spielberg? You know, this tiny little soft-spoken woman who kind of, she reminds me of a secretary. She very much reminds me of a glorified secretary. You're really going to be, you're going to have that much creative input in a room with somebody like Steven Spielberg or George Lucas, total directors. Like, these guys are the boss. These guys are in charge. And I'm getting this notifications. Yay. Hopefully that didn't show up on screen. But we're going to leave it in. We're going to leave it in. Live recording here. We're going to leave it in. Star Wars discourse is more toxic than ever due to constant debates about The Last Jedi and Solo underperforming at the box office. No, Star Wars discourse is more toxic because the media likes to call us things like man babies. You know, the toxicity comes from the top down. There has always been fans who disagree with a movie. There is never... We've never had... the media themselves call us man babies, children, toxic, racist, sexist, whatever. No, the toxicity is coming from people like you guys. I'm sorry, but we all know that. We all know that that's where the true toxicity is coming from. Kennedy has been a great asset for the galaxy of far, far away. Oh no, she hasn't really. Under her leadership, Star Wars made its triumphant comeback in 2015 with The Force Awakens, which grossed over $2 billion worldwide and earned positive reviews. Did it really, though? I know a lot of hardcore Star Wars fans who really didn't like it. I mean, just watch the South Park episodes. Hell, I mean, and that being said also, Star Wars is making $2 billion because you have Han, Luke, and Leia coming back, not because of anything to do with Kathleen Kennedy. You know, you could have had Cheech and Chong direct the latest, The Force Awakens, like the big Star Wars comeback movie, and it still would have grossed $2 billion because it's Star Wars. You have Han, Luke, and Leia. People want to see the sequel that we've been waiting for 30 years, right? It's more than 30 years, right? When did Return of the Jedi come out? 83, 82, something like that? I was really little. I was a little kid when that came out. Like, seriously, we've been waiting for how long to get a sequel and to see the people we actually want to see? No, it would have made that money no matter who was in charge. It would have made that money if, like, Adam Sandler made it, I think. Oh, Lord. Despite Solo falling short of expectations, the four most recent Star Wars films have earned more than $4 billion collectively, eclipsing the price Disney paid for Lucasfilm. Yes, but you need to also take into consideration all of the marketing, all of the production, all you know, they don't get 100% of the box office take. So yeah, they might be pulling in $4 billion, but they really didn't take $4 billion for this. And, you know, there's great channels. Odin's Movie Blog actually does and goes over the numbers on a lot of these things. Go check him out if you want to know the exact numbers for a lot of these. But I cannot think that they actually made all of their money back, especially with all of the production and all the reshoots on both Rogue One and Solo. It's safe to say Kennedy has had a very successful career, and now she's going to be recognized for her efforts. Or is she? Or is she, though? Really? Or is she? Related, no, Kevin Feige is not replacing Kennedy at Lucasfilm. Yeah, I don't think so either. I really don't think he would be, even though the fans love him. According to Deadline, Kennedy, along with her husband Frank Marshall, will receive the Irving G. Thalberg Award this year. The award honors people whose body of work reflects a consistently high quality of motion picture production. Oh, Lord. So basically the big rich asshole, big budget studios patting themselves on the back. Sure. Where's Ed Wood's honorary Oscar for making movies that people love? Where's Tommy Wiseau's? Where's Bela Lugosi's Oscar for making movies people love? Oh, no, it's for high quality. It's basically, that means big money. Big money congratulating itself, patting itself on the ass. It was last given out in 2010 when Francis Ford Coppola won. Coincidentally, George Lucas was honored at the Thalberg Award back in 91. Kennedy, who becomes the first woman to receive the award, is irrelevant to the award itself. I mean, her gender has nothing to do with anything. Is certainly deserving of this honor. No, I don't think so. I really don't. One look at her resume illustrates she's one of the best in her profession. No, she's just attached herself to the best people. That's all it indicates, is that her name happens to be alongside people who actually did something. And she's been involved with some of the most iconic films of all time. Yeah, well, so give it to the grip. Give it to the poor prop guy who we probably never hear of. Don't give it to her. She's already a rich asshole. Don't give her anything. A case can be made she would have been given the Thalberg Award much earlier in her career if not for the Academy rules. For years, Kennedy was a member of the Board of Governors, and members cannot earn honorary Oscars. Oh, Lord, I didn't read this far ahead. So, yeah, exactly what I said. Rich assholes in Hollywood who pat each other on the ass. Now that she's left, the board swiftly made the decision to acknowledge her achievements. Why did she leave? That's the article I want to read. Kennedy isn't immune to making some missteps. The infamous solo director switch, is one, or Rogue One, or any of those. But Rogue One worked out because that movie was better, I think. But her filmography speaks for itself. It'll be interesting to see if there ever comes a day when Kennedy finally wins a competitive Oscar. No, she's not, because she doesn't do anything. The Academy announces plans to introduce a popular film category, which seems tailor-made for one of the many Star Wars films in development. No, Star Wars doesn't deserve popular Oscars anymore. I'm so sorry, it doesn't. However, due to the category generating tremendous backlash, some Academy members think the organization will reverse course and kill the new award. That could hurt Kennedy's chances, but the Oscars have been open to recognizing genre fare before, so perhaps a Star Wars film could make Best Picture run at some point. Yeah, alright, so there's your article. Now, my thoughts on the article, as I wasn't already kind of editorializing as we go. My thoughts are, this is, she's leaving the board as part of an exit deal to oust her out of, or did she, now this thing kind of puts a little bit of a monkey wrench in my thoughts, because does anybody know exactly when she left the board, as it were? Because my thoughts to all this was, she's getting this honorary Oscar to kind of, as part of her golden parachute, to leave and step down, to kind of formally announce a sort of planned retirement when they oust her this month, which was probably going to happen this month. This is why they're announcing this as probably part of her severance package, because I have some sneaking suspicions, and especially now that I've read this article, that she was probably, and people at Disney and Lucasfilm in general are probably on a lot of these Oscar boards that give out Oscars and the voting and all this stuff. And it's a bunch of rich assholes in a room patting each other on the back for things. And of course, now that I read that, it kind of confirms a little bit of my suspicion here. But to me, the timing of her winning an award is very suspicious. It really, really feels like this is part of her severance negotiation. This is why we haven't heard from her for months and months. She's probably been negotiating her exit deal, her severance, her golden parachute, as it were. And this really feels like it's part of it. This might be one of those things. She's like, okay, I'm going to leave, but I want an Oscar. And that's why they're bringing this award back after how long? They said they haven't had one since 2010, since Francis Ford Coppola left. Yeah, and George Lucas was also given an award, but, you know, this was in 91 when George Lucas got the award, so he didn't actually leave Hollywood, but yeah, it's a little suspicious, the timing of this article, especially when all of the rumors and speculation and all of the sources that a lot of other YouTubers have indicated have said she's going to be out in September. What do you guys think? Do you think this is part of her golden parachute? Do you think this is part of her severance deal? Because we all know that she doesn't deserve an Oscar for anything. We all know that she's a glorified secretary. She probably doesn't do anything other than write the checks, give the okay on things. She's not a creative person. She's not a filmmaker. You can be part of Hollywood and be part of the production of a film without really necessarily being a filmmaker. There are the creative types, and then there are the people who are great at making sure everything's lined up in a row for the creative types to have a smoother ride. And that absolutely feels like what she's like to me. What do you guys think in the comment section below? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And yeah, thank you guys so much for allowing me to read these articles to you. I really, really appreciate it. And I love all of you guys. Please comment. Please, like, subscribe, all that. I hate begging for likes, but, please, I do try and read all of your comments. And I do try and at least give you the acknowledgement with a little, heart on your comment that I actually read your comment. So thank you guys so much for watching. I have Twitter. I have Patreon. I go live a lot of the time. And I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye!